Wait. Hold up. So you're telling me that I've been doing this quest wrong the entire time, and nobody has told me that, because you all just believed me that I was doing it correctly, coming into this room, clicking on this and being like, oh, this is the quest. Turns out I just decided to try it once more to make sure that it was going to be broken after we finished a bunch of stuff. And I'm looking around, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here. And then I see that. You have to be on top of it to see it. But, yeah. Physician's Notebook, a sketch of a plant and a map with a few areas circled. The margin note reads, Broana's bloom, few places left. Blight's moving fast. Time to leave and return. A risk, but anything for Marta. Must slow infection. Hold on, love.
A notebook?
Yeah.
It describes a local plant. Broana's bloom. None here. But Oscar left to find more. For his wife. If he left before the cabin was blighted, we might still find him out there.
We did it, boys. We did it. We got so many quests to do here. And I'm looking forward to that. I want to go chat with Davrin. We need to go pick up this new quest. I've got obviously all of these to do. This is the cabin one. We've got the search for the physician there. So actually, let's head down and go look at those because we're right next to it before I fast travel somewhere else and come back and have to clear enemies again. Because every time I come here, there's some kind of enemy. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm looking forward to just clearing out a bunch of these quests today. That's kind of the goal. Oh my goodness, it just whiffed on that so hard. I've had a long week, in a good and bad way. So in my recent Hades videos, I was talking about how I suddenly had
Broana's bloom. This was in the physician's book. It's been picked over.
Then the physician, Oscar, he got here first. We should keep looking.
Okay. So yeah, I had a really swollen eye, and I described it as like, hey, I think I got like something that had I had a reaction on my skin because, you know, I do 3D printing for a living. I do miniature painting. I often work with substances that you have to be careful with, like resin, for instance. That's a good example, but that's not what this was.
Picked over like the last one.
Can't be a lot of places these grow anymore.
And I've been doing it for several years. I've never had anything like this happen. I'm very careful with what I do. I always wear a mask when I'm dealing with my resin. If I'm like dealing with cleaning fluid for the resin, I'm always wearing like safety glasses and whatnot. Like there's a bunch of steps and precautions that I take because it's just smart to do so. Why play with my health? You know, especially with everything that happened with my dad the past year. Like I'm very conscious of things that can cause cancer, right? Because I'm like, no, never. I'm never going through that again. I'm never putting anybody through that. So I'm really careful with what I use. But the other night was working on stuff, and then my eye got itchy, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I went and looked in the mirror, and like my left eye was all like super swollen.
There's a body.
Couldn't escape the darkspawn.
And so I go to my wife and I was like, I think something's up with my eye. And she was like, whoa. It was funny.
Broana's bloom. This was the physician, Oscar.
We can take the supplies to Flynn. They can still help the village.
Cool. So like I washed my face really well, and it didn't really affect it. It like stopped itching, which was nice. But it didn't really affect it. And so I slept on it. I woke up the next morning and it was less swollen, but it was still kind of swollen. So then I had to record because, as you guys know now, I'm recording in the mornings. I had to record, but I was like one eye down because it was like affecting the vision in the left eye. Not much, but obviously like it was swollen, so it was affecting it in some way. So I recorded all of Hades with that. And I was just like, oh man, that kind of sucks. And then it's basically gone now, so I'm all Gucci now.
Flynn, we have Broana's bloom.
That will really help. Thank you. Oscar, the physician, was he or his wife Marta.
I'm sorry. They're gone. You were from here, right? You were Oscar's apprentice.
I knew him and Marta my whole life. I was at the end of my training. I'll make sure it's put to good use. With these plants, I can help the village, the Wardens, whoever needs it.
How are things in the village? Or want to talk about Oscar? Let's ask the questions.
With the Blight Surge, how have things been in the village?
Bad. People are scared. Some are sick. We know Darkspawn are out there, and that's a death without mercy. But this is the Anderfells. If you aren't dead, then you're still alive.
What a saying.
Sounds like Oscar was a good friend.
You could talk to him about anything and he'd be interested. Plants, books, sword training, listening to me figure myself out, the non-binary stuff. He was all ears. When I said I wanted to help people, he said he'd train me, but that I'd find my own ways too. And I'd have to tell him all about it.
You're doing good work.
You're doing good work here. I'm glad I could help.
It's not just me. The Wardens have a medic. Between the two of us, we'll get by. I want to help. I almost lost the chance.
What do you mean?
When the Blight surged through, I nearly died. Evka and Antoine found me, but I was blighted. Past healing. They let me take the Warden joining ritual. It saved my life, and gave me Warden abilities.
Does that mean you're a Grey Warden?
It should mean I have no choice. The joining ingredients are rare. If that first Warden had found me... Evka and Antoine said I'm welcome, but they're happy to see me continue as I am.
Oh. That's kind of sad.
The joining ritual gives Wardens their abilities. What was it like? What's it like now?
I shouldn't go into the details. It wasn't fun, but I'm here. Even if I'm different now.
He's different.
So, Antoine and Evka are giving you a choice.
It's against the Order's rules. Or it was. I don't know if they broke the rules or maybe something will change. What they did? But Evka said to stop thanking them.
That's an interesting thought, like, with the blight pouring through and the elven gods and all this stuff. People are going to get blighted. Do they force them to join the Wardens? I mean, the Wardens' numbers are diminished. I think that there is cause to be like, yeah, no, you're a Warden now. But at the same time, it's interesting if they decide to be a little bit more loose with those rules and say, no, like, you can go and do your own thing, but obviously the calling will eventually happen, or you can go and do that, and you get to become a Warden. And it's like, that's interesting. But if they let people choose, I think it will have dire consequences on the recruitment rates of the Wardens, which are necessary. Though, if we take out Elgarnon and Gillinane, is the blights, or are the blights going to be less frequent? Like, what's going to happen with that? I have got so many questions when it comes to that.
You've been through... you're still going through a lot. I'm sorry.
It's been... keeping busy helps. But thank you. You know, I can sense the blight in my Warden patients. I can't reverse it, but I think it helps my treatments. I won't be killing Darkspawn, but I'll fight the blight my way. I'm still Lavendale's physician. Whatever else has changed, that hasn't.
Cool.
I think what you're doing here, helping the injured, it's great.
Thanks, Rook. Just try not to need my help personally. Between us, the medicines I mix taste awful.
Yeah, no promises.
Cool. Whoa. Quest complete. Cabin in the Blight. Though Blight took Flynn's mentor, the team recovered medical supplies for Lavendale. Flynn revealed the Blight nearly killed them as well, but Evka and Antoine found Flynn and let them take the Warden's joining ritual, saving their life. Flynn knows firsthand what the Blight can do and plans to use their new Blight sensing abilities to better protect their patients. This is an okay belt, but I think mine is just straight up better. Just straight up better. You can't argue that. It's like, it's just just better. But that's, you know, that's an RPG for you. Sometimes it's actually good for you to have loot that is straight up better, because it means that you found cool stuff, and the time that you've put into the game is, you know, well spent.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the Blight and looting what was left behind. They attack Wardens on sight, even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
Cool. Well, quest acquired. Track that one. Yeah, it's it's been a long week. So that happened, the eye thing happened. And then yesterday, I was helping my wife put something.
You know those containers
Oh, you know what? I should probably sell while I'm here. I was helping my wife put something on the wall in the garage to hang up some bikes. And something didn't go in the wall properly. And when I picked up to put the bike on, it's a long story. We're not going to go into why it happened. I'm just going to say that we didn't do things the way that we thought they would work. And because of that, when I went to go put the bike on the wall, it pulled the thing off. But it wasn't just the thing that we put in the wall. It was like a board as well. And the whole thing just like tweaked my arm to the right. And now my right wrist has like been killing me. It keeps like twinging because I had heard it moving things around like a week and a half ago. And then it had just kind of recovered. And then I had just done that. And so I've been having like all this like physical stuff happen. It sucks. It sucks. Stop hurting yourself. That's what I keep saying. Research notes on the Blight. A series of research notes with the first with the first in Antoine's hand. Sample 1, spreading across the glass more than expected. Sample 2, pulsing pattern different at first, now matches others. Sample 3, pulsing pattern now different than the others. Inconsistent behavior, but why? In Evka's hand, inconsistent or creating a harmony. One that makes sense to the Blight. In Antoine's hand, yes, or discordance to the same effect, but with each other or with the gods, or is it with something else? What would have happened if we moved them closer together, or farther apart, or somewhere else? I wonder if I could hear it better, or if there's an alchemical process that might disrupt it. In Evka's hand, Antoine, this is your reminder to take a break. Love, Evka. We all need reminders like that. It's the best part about having somebody in your life. Letters in the aftermath. That's a long one. Goodness. Wardens Evka and Antoine. I know Treviso is not the only place crying out for help. We are grateful for the Wardens you've spared us. While one of your medics remains in the city, we've slipped the others outside. They're bringing aid to the farmers, the stables, everywhere the blighted water spread its poison, and everywhere the crows cannot reach. Your notes on how to slow down or how to slow the blight around the canals have helped us with Treviso itself. I've drawn us a map of what it looks like now. If you can provide further insight, Viago and I will be further in your debt. Treviso, all of Antiva, will not surrender. It must be possible to survive this. Please address your letters to Tia in your reply. I hope there is a world after this where we might simply write as newfound friends. Tia. Corresponding letter sent to Treviso. Tia, you don't owe us or any warden a debt. This is what we do. We only wish it could be more. I've included suggestions for the canals, and Antoine added notes for dealing with boils. And it's no surprise you won't surrender. It's not easy, and there's already been sacrifice. But this isn't over. Antiva survived the second and fourth blights in the past. We do all we can to help you through this one too. In war victory, your friends Evka and Antoine. In war victory is such a cool turn of phrase. I love that. Ooh, this is the check-in with the Wardens quest, but there was also a Davrin quest? Do we do the Davrin one? Let's do the Davrin. I think that's what I came here for. When Davrin meets with someone who has information on the Gloomhowler, what he learns about the monster's past shocks him to the core. I hate that turn of phrase. It's so stupid. It's way overused.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. This is Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
We're the good guys.
It's okay. We're here to help.
Nothing to be afraid of.
My name's Valya. When I heard about Weishaupt, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf?
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why would they do that?
In her diary, Isaiah said the Blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it. But orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the First Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
That goes against everything Wardens are supposed to stand for.
In her diary, Isaiah said she couldn't forgive herself. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
He's a flirt.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other Wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
So that's basically, hey, we can't finish this quest right now, but if you do more of the main quest, it'll unlock it. Right. Ooh, defeat groups of mercenaries. All down there, huh? Okay, so that's that quest that we had picked up. I kind of want to do this Grey Warden's quest, but at the same time, I believe that's the main quest, right? So let's take out these mercenaries, and then we'll bounce around. Man, we got... No, that's the story with the unwanted guest one. I guess we could do both. Let's talk to the Wardens real quick. Since they're right over here. That way I don't have to keep traveling back and forth. Might save some time. Talk to Evka and Antoine. Wardens are eager to learn about the Blight, but their studies are interrupted by a looming threat. This seems like a instanced quest. one that is separate from the
You
zone.
needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Let's go look at people come first.
I won't let these people get crushed. If Lavendel needs help, they've got a shadow dragon on their side.
what is it you say to each other? Bring the light? We could use some.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
Antoine's right.
I have a feeling he's right.
Fine. I'm great, the plan's great. Let's hope we don't die.
You are, it is, and agreed.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Okay, so
Come on. Let's check on the Warden sentry.
this looks like actually that I'm going to be able to do this all together. Okay, so I can get the sentries done. Oh no, it's not showing the other quests. Interesting. Okay, let's get the sentries done first. So the other thing that's made this week long is I'm prepping for an Age of Sigmar tournament at the end of the month. And I'm trying to get all of my Nighthaunt painted before then, like fully painted. And so I've been taking like a couple hours each day to just blast through and get a bunch done. I think the big thing is I am an army painter. Like that is what I do for work. I paint giant armies of stuff. So I'm getting pretty good at doing it quickly. So I think I'm going to have it done by then, but it's just, it takes a lot of extra work and I'm ecstatic with how they're turning out. I'm just like using a lot of my free time for that, which sucks because I kind of want to, you know, like play Civilization or Diablo, but I just don't have the time to do it.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
Okay. Next. Do I literally have to just go talk to them like that? This was such a stupid quest objective. Quest designers take note. This is not progressing anything other than showing me where the entrances are to this area, which I don't need it to do. It could just point me in the right direction if things go south and I have to fight things, right? Also, their horns are ridiculous.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
Okay, last one. Get this done and out of the way. And also, final thing. We finally finished Stranger Things. It's taken us a hot minute to get through it with our oldest, but he enjoyed it. He still continued to hide under the blankets consistently when the scary things, quote unquote scary things, were happening. It was very funny. But the times that he hid the most were any times there was some on-screen romance. It just cracked me up. I don't know why. It was just so funny. But it got me thinking, because we finished the final episode of season 4, no spoilers. And with everything you see in season 4, I was like, wow, that is very reminiscent of the Veilguard Blight. And I feel like they took inspiration from that. The Dragon Age artists. And I think the inspiration is obvious, like with the blighted cysts and stuff. It just looks very Stranger Things, which is cool. But it also makes me wonder, like, Man, it would be really cool to have like Stranger Things RPG. It's like in like a sense of like an open world. You're in you're in, I don't know, middle America. I don't know if you would still do the same town. I guess you could, but then that means you have to put some of the same characters in there, and I hate games that do that when it's like based on a show or a movie. It's like, stop. I'm not if I'm not playing the main character, I don't need that. I just like do like a cool side story or something and make it like an open world where you're exploring a town and you're going into the Upside Down and stuff. I think that would be really cool.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We'll stand together and see it through. We won't fail.
Tell Evka we're ready.
Okay, let me guess. I gotta run all the way back then and say, hey, they're ready. And then something's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna have to go fight some stuff. And we're all gonna go, wow, didn't see that coming. What was the point of checking on all these guys? It's gonna happen regardless. That's just the way I feel at the moment. It's clear that quest kind of wasted my time running me all the way out there for no reason. That's what I feel like, at least.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
Yeah, I've been ready. Surprise, surprise.
The Darkspawn are here.
That's coming from the glade.
Let's move.
Yeah, I don't feel like we needed that.
Lavendel's the only place that's still alive out here.
And this Shadow Dragon made a promise. We keep people safe.
Like I said, we just need a quest marker to show me where it was at. I don't know if I needed the full thing. I'm gonna get up there and kill this guy. I hate these ranged nerds. Oh, can I even get up there? Surely, right? Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry, team. I know I'm wasting your time over there. But I really need this guy dead. No, I should have parried that. Okay, let's hit this. Jump down. Throw that. Just hit my immunity so I can just kill this guy. I hate these rangers because they just sit there and like pelt you with stuff, and it's really hard to dodge because some of it, believe it or not, tracks you, and that's just ridiculous. Like, that's not how a projectile works. Not on these guys, but some of the other ones. Blast him, baby. Oh, I guess I'm gonna throw this at you nerds. Throw this down. Put that down. That almost killed that guy. My goodness. Man, that arrow restoration is insane. I couldn't get him. Throw that out there. Knock those guys down. There we go. Alright, why don't we go ahead and wombo combo here. Get all these dead. Is there really more guys coming through here? Is this whole episode going to be me fighting waves of Darkspawn? You ever feel like it's just kind of overkill? You should probably heal me. There we go. I'm just like not bothering with the damage they're dealing to me.
They're down, but there's more fight left out there.
All right, be ready for the next call. We can check on the caves, see how the fight is there. We'll head to the farmlands.
I see a chest. Have I ever seen that chest before? How the heck do I get up there? Oh, I see. Is this specific to this quest? You know what? It might be, actually. Is there another one? Oh my goodness. Not that it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't have the time. My cooldown on my shots are so long. Even with the bonuses that we've recently gotten. Oh, that's cool. That had to have been a recent addition with this quest. Because... Wait. What are these gonna do? Oh, is this how the stupid door opens? Of course it is. Where do these nerds need to point? Okay, they're all pointing in the same direction. That has not helped. If I look at the statues out there, we got one facing that way. I don't think that's gonna really help. Oh, I see one light. Oh, I see. I see. We figured it out. That one's gonna light. Okay, and then this one needs to go that way? No? There's gotta be another one. Oh, it was that one. Okay, I see. This one is lighting up than that one, which means this one's probably gonna light up one down there. Yeah. Cool. Easy. Monster leathers. Should probably look at that, huh? It's okay. I like the effects that I currently have. Where do we need to go? See, this is the thing. It's like, okay, now you go check on those. I didn't need to come out here to see the different wardens guarding these gates. That just wasted like 5 minutes of my time. I'm very aware of that in the game right now. Not because I'm not enjoying it. I am enjoying the game. But when you find a crack in something and you're like, ooh, this thing is not perfect. Don't like that. It makes all the rest of the imperfections like obvious, because you're like, oh, there's a crack, and so you look at it a little further and you're like, oh, there's another crack over here. I don't like that. That's how I feel right now about Veilguard.
Thanks.
But didn't it put a okay, fine. Did it not put a quest marker there? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure it did. Oh, he did say, let's go. No, he said, let's go check on the cave.
Come on.
Really, Rook? Just jumped on the hay. Like I didn't even push a button. I'm just sprinting. Reminds me of like Mass Effect 3 stuff with cover. It's like locking in. All right, let's get down there. I wish I had a turret. That would have been kind of cool, huh? Do I need it though? Probably not. Let's go, nerds. Get the wombo, the combo, the 1-2 punch. And get in here with this. Use my armor busting. Hit that to avoid damage. There is an ability in Hades 2 that kind of works the same way as the immunity frames in this. So anytime I use an ability in this, I get immunity frames, right? That's why I'm able to use my abilities to avoid damage, which is really cool. It's really the only thing making the game playable, in my opinion. Which is a whole problem in itself. But it's fun. It's not like it's a bad thing. Really? Get out of here.
More on the way. Good. I'm all warmed up.
Okay. Just killed them all. Any more? Another one, huh? Cool. Oh, come on. Now I can see you popping out there. I'm like more than okay with sniping these guys off with this. I feel like this is a way more efficient way of taking these guys down. It makes sense now why there's a turret here. It didn't really make much sense the first time we came through, though.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
Uh-oh. He's hearing something.
What is it? Something evil. A strange calling in the Blight.
Something to look into.
Yes.
That's not good.
But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
So does that mean I don't need to go to the cave? Because that would be great. Looks like it.
It's in here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
The whispering that's happening, is that from the thing that was in the well that we covered up? We covered up the well, not the fact that it was there. Just to make it clear.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. Antoine, you sensed something strange. What was it?
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods. But now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Stop listening to the Blight, or are you okay? That's probably better.
Antoine, are you okay?
What? Yes, of course. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe.
Well, that's interesting. I think I would assume it has something to do with whatever was in the well. Because we were over there when it started happening. Thanks to Evka's plan and the bravery of both the Wardens and the team, Lavendale was saved from Darkspawn. But while the village heaved a sigh of relief, the whispers in Antoine's ear became more unsettling. Within the Blight, Antoine could hear a call, a mystery for now. It suggested further evil lurking in the wetlands. We got the Griffin Greathelm +9. 50% companion weapon damage while their abilities are on cooldown. That's actually really good. That may end up being better than the Iron Veil that we're using, and we can upgrade it. Heal slightly when companion abilities are activated. That's also really good. Huh. I mean, that 30 defense really helps this one out, but I can obviously put that on this one. Something to consider. That's really good. Although I have a thing with heavy and medium light armor. So I got to figure that one out. All right, are we finally done here? No, we got that quest to do. All right, let's go knock this quest out then. It shouldn't take me very long. It's all kind of concentrated on that one area. But then that seems to clear out the wetlands for this area. And then we're done. Defeat mercenary groups. Gotcha.
Take whatever you find.
Hey, Rexons.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them.
Come on. Bashy bashy. They got a lot of armor. Ridiculous, actually. Here, let's hit this again. Let's swap to this target. Go with the Wombo combo. Throw this down because of the fire vulnerability, which I seem to do a bunch of damage. There's like 1,000 on that explosion there. Quite a lot. Let's hit this armor down. Man, the blocking is so annoying. Let's kill this one off. We're so close. No, I'm trying to dodge. It won't let me do anything. Like literally stuck in place. All right. Oh, list of potential buyers. I hit E apparently when I was trying to stagger and I picked up something. A list of potential buyers for Grey Warden relics, including names of known Venatori and Anton. Scribbled below. These wardens will make us rich. Wanna come at me again, bro? Knock you down. Get wrecked.
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
I just
Can't let this stand.
Yeah, as I was saying with Hades, there's an ability in the game that gives you that immunity frames.
Killed. These aren't Darkspawn wounds.
You made it out of Weishaupt just to get murdered here.
And I did so well on my previous Hades 2 run because I had that ability, because I explicitly practiced using Dragon Age.
You know about what you found out?
It was awesome. Like there's no way to describe it other than the way that I use my abilities in Dragon Age Veilguard. It prepped me for that Hades 2 run in a way that nothing else could have. It was awesome. I enjoyed it so much. And I said as much in that video. I was like, freaking Veilguard has made it so that this run has been like a success because I'm so used to how the immunity frame timing works. It's like the exact same timing. It was really, really good. I recommend it. It was, and if you're playing Hades 2, it was the Wolf Howl Hex that you can get from Selene. It like gives you a little dash thing, or not dash, like a jump up and down. And while you're doing the movement part of it, it gives you immunity frames, and it's awesome. It's a really easy way to avoid damage that you wouldn't otherwise. Is there one more here? Yeah, it's one more group of mercenaries.
If you need to talk, you know, about what you found out, I'm a good listener.
Thanks, but not sure you can help. It's a warden thing.
Well, it's also a your history was a lie thing, and, you know, we're Dalish. Those are our gods out there. I feel like we're qualified.
Right. That's a good point.
That's a good point. Look at Belle over here just trying to help. Gotta love it. Where are these nerds gonna be? I think they're up, not down. And I'm currently going down, so let's go back up. That's unfortunate. I just wasted a bunch of time moving like that. Thankfully, there's like a million ladders here. That's always the sign of someone who's playtested a level, is the traversal is not encumbering. You're like, I can get from point A to point B without much effort. All right, let's put this down here so we can line this up. Kill this guy off. We're the mage killer after all. It's what we do. You know, Belle, you're kind of in my way, and it's making it really difficult to actually hit these nerds. Right, let's go immune so we can just kill this guy, please. Cool. Now let's use this. And like gunshots itself don't do a lot of damage. I kind of wish the ultimate was a bit better. Get the barrier off. Wow, that was a big hit, huh? I'll take that. Let's back up. Use the combo. Hey, how are you still hitting me? You think you can attack me like that and not just get shot in the face? I'm the rogue here. You don't get to do that. Wow, he's got a lot of life. What the hell? This is 4,000 damage from it. It did like maybe a 20th of his health. The rest of these guys are like, they're just beefy. They've just added way too much life on these mercenaries. You get shot in the head. All right, and then this guy, man, that necro ball that comes out, it's only doing like 300 damage. It's not a lot.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Good. The Wardens have enough on their minds as it is.
We should tell Warden Sawyer.
I mean, yeah, when I kill like a horde of enemies, it can potentially like overall do quite a bit of damage, but in general, it's not. So maybe I change out that helm for that Grey Wardens one. I think the Grey Wardens one is like really good, to the point where, it's just better to wear it instead.
Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that too.
Cool. Spinning gold from Grey. Got some bond increases here. Davrin just leveled up. Let's give him some extra points. So, in the effect end, you gain resist. In the effect end, you gain immovable. Actually, I'll take the immovable. In War Victory, when used, you gain 20% of your ultimate. This bonus applies only during combat. It's really good. And that makes sense to only have it during combat. She does not have any skill points. Fine. Let's take a quick look at our map. We have finished all of the quests here. That feels nice. I'm sure there'll be more. We have the Docktown quest. We've got Missing Dwarves quest. We got that one. I think we head to Docktown and we get this one done.